fight song you're all in, right?
Yeah.
What are you wearing up under those?
Let me get up close and personal.
Hang on.
You failed English.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I did not.
For the semester.
You need to put it on autofocus.
Yeah, that was.
Who's big feet? You failed. You missed my class 22 times.
I think I'm the best in there. You got big eyes.
You got bad breath. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't eat those onions for breakfast for nothing. You want to see my little lice tolerance?
SCA election assembly. Before I turn the program over to our candidates, I'd like to take a moment to report to you on this year's SCA and what we've accomplished. When the officers met last summer, we decided that our major objectives for the year would be innovation and service to the students. Throughout the year, we've kept both of those objectives in mind as we considered various projects and activities. Looking back over the year, I feel satisfied that we have been successful in meeting those objectives. The SCA has initiated a number of projects that have benefited not only the student body, but also the community. A mock election was held. Several representatives broadcast announcements over local radio station WBRG. Canned food and donations were collected for Reed and Genesis House. And bus transportation was provided to the regional football game in Martinsville. The homecoming dance was one of our most successful ever. But all of this would not have been possible had it not been for a number of hardworking individuals. Our officers and representatives have been extremely cooperative and willing to help out. One person I would like to recognize in particular is our sponsor, Mr. Bennett. Even though it was Mr. Bennett's first year as SCA sponsor, he brought to the job a great deal of experience gained as SCA president his senior year at Rustburg. In appreciation for all of his hard work, the SCA would like to give Mr. Bennett this gift. Mr. Bennett, would you please come forward? Even though the SCA started many new projects this year, we did not start nearly as many as the officers would have liked. I hope next year's SCA will continue to initiate some new projects, as well as some of the ones that we began this year. For that to be possible, however, it's up to each of you to select the best slate of officers. You will be seeing a wide variety of presentations today. Some will be funny, and some will be serious. However, any former officer can tell you that the most important ingredient in a successful student government is hard work. So remember when you vote, that the person who is willing to work is the person who will do the best job. As the candidates give their presentations, please be considerate. Many of them have spent a great deal of time preparing for this, and I hope they will be shown the respect they deserve. And now for our candidates' presentations. Our first candidate running for the office of reporter is Tanya Clark. Our campaign manager is Teresa Younger.
No way, man. I got to the park, man. It's gnarly, man. It's so fresh, man. It's got the bad wheels and everything. It's awesome.
Dude, who you voting for reporter, man? It's a major decision.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. What? Is it like Dan Rather or something like that, man?
No, we
They do that right there?
Yeah, cool, man. Right there. She's good. She's got a lot of cool rules, man. A lot of cool rules. And they're both in this very spot in this very school, dude.
Really, man?
In this very school.
Man, ain't she somewhat related to, what's that dude's name? Oh, that's bogus. Dan Rapp, no? Dick Clark, man.
Dick Clark, dude. Snake Dick Clark. And if you vote for her, dude, the bill, vote for me. I promise if you listen to Iron Maiden. Yeah, man, that's right, yeah. All right, man, I'll have to go to school twice.
Twice
In the year, dude.
That's
do have some ideas about next year. I'd like to increase the publicity of the school by submitting some articles to the newspaper of the surrounding areas. Get some students and some occurrences recognized. I'm willing to go that extra mile and try to get these new ideas in action. So vote for me and don't be left in the dark. Vote for Tiny Park. Thank you.
Our next candidate, also running for the office of reporter, is Ann Watts. Her campaign manager is Mike West.
I was SCA Home Representative. My past experiences with student government will help me to perform my duties next year. My willingness to get involved will also be an asset. Although reporter isn't the highest office in the SCA, the reporter can contribute a great deal by active participation. I have many ideas that will make our SCA a better one. The SCA has participated in a number of charity projects this year, and many have gone unnoticed. I would like to make sure that more people in the Rustburg community are aware of our SCA and our school. The choice is clear. Vote Ann Watts, SCA reporter.
Our next candidate running for the office of historian is Teresa Elliott. Her campaign manager is Kim Mosley.
Hi, I'm Kim Mosley, and I'm the campaign manager for Teresa Elliott. And she's running for the office of historian, and she's had a couple of years of experience in the SCA. Here's Teresa.
Mr. Pelton, faculty, student body, and my opponent. My name is Teresa Elliott, and I'm in the 9th grade. I am running for the office of historian. I'm not going to make any false promises, but if I am elected for this office, I will promise to do the job and be a historian to the best of my ability. I feel that I could be a good historian because when I do things, I always give 110%. I don't believe in any half-stepping. Thank you for your time and hopefully you'll vote. Again, please vote Teresa Elliott for the office of historian.
Our next candidate, also running for the office of historian, is Nikki Hines. Her campaign manager will be Courtney Stauffer.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pelton, members of the faculty and student body. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my candidate, Nikki Hines, who is running for historian of the SCA. She's qualified, she's had much experience with the SCA. For instance, she was secretary of the SCA in her 8th grade.
Our third candidate for the office of historian is Tammy Malin. Her campaign manager will be Sandy Edwards.
I'm running for SCA historian. I hope y'all will support me by voting on Thursday and Friday for me. Thank you.
Our next candidate running for the office of SCA Treasurer is Tara Guthrie. Our campaign manager is Edward Smith. That one for now. We'll come back to that. Right now, we'll go on to our next candidate for treasurer, Meredith Wade, and our campaign manager, Melissa Reichel.
This is Mindy, and I'll be taking you all the way to 3 o'clock. Let me tell you, we have got the bargains for you this afternoon. We've got the latest fashions, jewelries, and accessories. All you have to do is call the toll-free number, 1-800-VOTE-WADE. First-time buyers, we're also going to give you $5 off any purchase. Let's have our first buyer. Terrific 14-karat gold necklace made of 999 grams of pure gold. It comes from our unisex line, meaning it can be worn by both men and women. Just this once, we'll throw in a lightning rod in case you're wearing it during an electrical storm. And don't forget that Mother's Day is coming up soon, so we've got a great deal. The retail on this lovely necklace is $999, but the Home Shopping Club special for this necklace is only $29.95. All right. And now we'll have our second item. Look at this spectacular head fashion. Look at the colors in this. It can go with every outfit you own. One size also fits all, so no problem with sizing. This retails for $999 also, but we're going to give it to you for the rock bottom price of $5.99. Can you believe that? $5.99. Call in very fast. Let's take a call. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Pedro from south of the residence.
Well, hello, Pedro. How many of these lovely items are you going to order
afternoon.
Right, please. Buenos Jose. Juanito.
Well, that is great, and I'll give you a toot so we can move on to the next item. Now here's our last item before we take a break. Just take a look at these all-purpose, all-weather, all-terrain wading boots. They are perfect for shopping or on church on Sunday or just to get the morning paper. Let's take a call to see what somebody thinks about these boots. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? Well, are you a first-time buyer? Well, let me give you a toot because this item is sold out and we have to head for a commercial break. Thank you.
Lyric and lyric, rappers of his spirit. Gonna get lyrics so cheery. I hold a microphone just like it. Is he not equipped to grip it or rip it? Just pass it. Hype is a hype, just a hit or hyper. Hype is a rap, I guess I'm just that hyper. You look a soloist, you live in the world, but that's what my mind is just like a soloist. Stop! Listen right here, she's the ace of spades. Bustin' right here, vocal murder, wait. One more time, cause I'm one time. Sean's on the beatbox, and I'm on the rhyme. My name is Kim, and here's the Sean. Robert's by my side, and they Quan.
For the treasurer of the SCA. I would just like to say a few things. First, I would just like for you to give me a chance. I feel that I can do a good job if you would just let me. Also, I am willing to work for you. I will do my best to get ideas and plans carried out. Lastly, all I'm asking for you is a chance to show you that I can do the job that needs to be done. Thank you.
Treasurer is Tara Guthrie and Edwin Smith.
sucked. Well, honestly, it did. And that's just an example of very bad music and very bad taste and very bad of everything. Wasn't that very bad? Thank you. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Well, the reason we're here today is to party. No, not really. Yeah, it is in a way. But the reason we're here to party is because we're here to celebrate. Well, we're getting out of school pretty soon, and we're going to have a good time this summer. But before we leave, we need to elect some people. Let me tell you something. I've met this girl I've known her for about 3 years now. It's going to come out here and talk to you in a few minutes. And the reason you want her is because you don't want something like this song that came out here. Something, I wasn't even singing it. It wasn't even me. It sounded pretty pathetic, even if it, wasn't. And what we need is a true candidate, because when you elect a lot of these candidates that come out here and will give you a nice celebration time, you're going to find that next year, that celebration, that good articulation turns into what you saw here. And I just gave it to you in advance. So, without any further ado, from the sophomore class, and your next SCA treasurer, Miss Sarah Guthrie.
At this point, I now ask you, students of Rustburg, to give me a chance to prove that I am the best candidate for this position, and that I am prepared to give it all I've got to make us rich. So tomorrow, when you go to the voting booth, just remember, when it's just you and the little spot that you pull down, just remember, get fired up and vote Tara for treasurer. Thanks.
Okay, our next candidate for treasurer is Jenny Yarbrough. She will be introduced by our campaign manager, Nicole Woolridge.
Can y'all hear me back there? Okay, listen. Jenny Yarbrough is running for the re-election of treasurer of the SCA. You should re-elect her because she has experience with money, as this skit will show.
Money makes the world go round, it makes the world so that makes the world go round, that clinking, knocking sound can make the world go round. Money, 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 money. Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world. Money makes the world go round, the clinking, clanking sound of money, 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 money. Give a little money, 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 money. Yes, the buck go round, clinking, clanking, clanking.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay, just as it takes money to make the world go round, it takes money to make Rustburg go around. And if I am re-elected as treasurer of Rustburg High School, I will continue to make sure that the money is used for the students' advantage. So remember, vote Yarbrough for treasurer. Thank you.
Our next candidate running for the office of secretary is Christy Jones. She will be introduced by our campaign manager, Jennifer Bradman.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bradner, and I'm Christy Jones' campaign manager. As many of you know, that she's real independent. trustworthy. And I know Christy Jones by being her campaign manager. And while we were getting, the campaign and everything together, she was the only one that really kept under control. So I'll let Christy Jones tell her about herself.
Okay. Well, I'm Christy Jones, and I'm running for secretary. And I think I'll be pretty responsible and get the job done. So here are our rappers. It's Rap Master K, MC Daquan, and Beatbox Sean.
One more time. Oh, ready? One Christy, one Christy, one. 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 When you vote, don't be in a hurry. Vote Christy Jones for secretary. It's her dream, it's her ambition. To win the race, she's born the mission. 89 is a passion. I'm the new Lord. You watered you like a flower. I watered you the miracle. You think it's still cool like cereal. Want my material? Look at material. Make your limb. Your rhymes don't have blend. Like a proven child, I know I have extra strength. Run, Christy, run, Christy, run. Run, Christy, run, Christy, run. Run,
Christy Jones is poetically fresh. Fresh with knowledge, discuss you like a test. I'm bold, but don't fear me. All my lyrical theory. You're able to hear me and understand it right clearly, you know. Thou should not disobey the 10 Commandments. My rhyme is similar. Do you understand it? When you vote, don't be in a hurry. Vote Christy Jones for secretary.
Our next candidate, also running for the office of secretary, is Carrie Williams. Her campaign manager is Andrea Bolton.
Hi. I'm Claire Williamson, and I'm running for
next candidate, also running for secretary, is Celinda Williams. Her campaign manager is Lisa Wheeler.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Celinda and I'm running for SCA secretary. Excuse me,
On-site, please let me go. Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? Yo. What's up? Yo, you know, I come up here and I want to talk about you, you know? So, yo, what's up? Yo. Hey, what's up? Yo! You talk. You know what I'm saying. Bam! Yo, I come up here to talk about Celinda, and you know my pet name for a Slinky, you know, because you can look at it and take, look. No, I was you know, that was a joke. That was a joke. All right, they come up here and let me talk about the SCA. Personally, I do not know nothing about the SCA. Yo, I just come up here, you know, I would just rap with y'all. Yo, that's cool. Yo. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, boy! You know it. You know. All right? I just come up here. You know, have you ever really looked at Celinda Williams real close? She looks like a female Bon Jovi. You know, she got the long hair down to here and the blue eyes and the skinny legs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy! You know it. You know it. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. You know it. You know? No, but on a more serious note, you know, I think Celinda would be excellent for this job. You know why I think that? You know, because she's pretty. She's pretty, first of all. Second of all, she's spunky. You know why I know that? Because, you know, anyway, you know, I be cracking on women's rights. You know, I know that's not, but it's something I learned in Miss Lax's class when I was in there. And, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, boy! You know it. Yo, all right? And I be cracking hard on her anyway about women's rights. You know, and she looked at me, she said, I'm gonna kill you. Then she said, I'm gonna beat you. I said, oh, no. I said, you know, we can't have none of that, Celinda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy! You know it. You know. And you, all y'all know. You know, anyway, I just think she would be real fine for the secretary job. You know, so me and my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? We going to vote for Celinda, and I would urge y'all very pleased to do the same. Word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy! Word. And you know if you don't vote for her, you know what? This man. Yeah, boy!
Our next candidate, running for the office of program chairman, is Heather Childress. Her campaign manager is Joey Zuzu.
My name is Joey Zuzu, and I'm Heather Childress' campaign manager. I thought I'd come out here and say a few words on Heather's behalf. Heather is the most qualified person for the job. She is good at organizing and getting things done. Heather has briefed me on her strategy for the year. If she's elected, she said that she would start with homecoming and that it would be the best homecoming ever. She can get Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey for the carnival. But that's not all. And for the dance, she could get Def Leppard, Salt and Pepper, Hank Williams Jr., and Bobby Brown. Heather would prove to be very useful to the students at Rustburg. She would get Mr. Pendleton to do whatever the students wanted her to do. Because, as you all know, Mr. Pendleton is always asking the students on decisions that concern them. You have my word on it. And now to Heather.
My name is Heather Childress, and I'm running for program chairman. I really appreciate your vote tomorrow and Friday. So when you go to the
Ask her if it has a 5-speed transmission.
thanks a lot.
Our next candidate, also running for the office of program chairman, is Sam Mosley. His campaign manager is Tori Cowley.
Sam got sick, yo, what's up? Okay, you program chairman, right? So you take out some questions around your best. 1, 2, 3. Sam is in there for program chairman. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Okay, let me have it. You know how to do it. Ready? Russ. How you feeling?
It feels so good to be so real.
How you feeling?
It feels so good to be so real. Yo, fellas, what we gonna do? We gonna go for Sam. Yeah. Yo, fellas, what we gonna do? We gonna go for Sam.
Yo, as we said before, Sam's not here today, so, you know, check this out. He's... Yo. Wait a minute, man, wait a minute. Okay, check this out. All right, Sam is doable, dependable, he's capable, responsible, he's not hearable, he's intelligible.
What, he's a Mosley?
Moseyable. In other words, the boy is able. Y'all know, vote for Sam.
Now how you feeling?
Feels so good. Go for Sam.
Now how you feeling?
Feels so good. Go for Sam.
Now how you feeling?
Feels so good. Go for Sam. Keep the faith. Go for Sam.
The last candidate running for the office of program chairman also is Melanie Thompson. Her campaign manager is Kim Carrick.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm here to introduce not my campaign manager, I'm the campaign manager. I'm here to introduce Melanie Thompson. She's running for program chairman. Here she is, folks. Hello, I'm Melanie Thompson. For those who don't know me. Organizing the big part of homecoming is what the program chairman does. Consider homecoming as a form of entertainment, and I'm here to entertain. For most of us here have seen the movie Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Whoa, yeah, all right, bang. Oh, man, would you take a look at that? I'll say that one for later. This is the way to have fun. I'm going to show you how to have fun. Here we go. We're going to hit it now. I like this song, man.
Daylight come and me want go. Work all night and I drink a rum. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana.
We need a vote. I'll do anything to get the vote. I'll do anything. I'll do anything to get the vote. Yeah, I love it.
Our next candidate running for the office of Vice President is Mike Dawson. His campaign
Hello. What can I say? Most of y'all know me. I'm Mike Dawson, and I'm a sophomore and running for vice president. But there's another side to Mike Dawson most of you don't know. A side that's serious. Hardworking and dedicated to the advancement of the student body of Rustburg High School. Rustburg needs strong leadership as we move into a new decade, the 1990s. I can give the SCA the best of both worlds. A sense of humor and hard work. I hope when you go to the polls tomorrow, you'll make the right choice. That's Mike Dawson for vice president. To show that I will do anything for you guys, I went all the way down to the Georgia State Penitentiary to get this man to perform for y'all.
It's here from prison. Mr. James Brown.
Our next candidate, also running for the office of Vice President, is Jill Ford. Our campaign manager is Linda Constantine.
Hi, I'm Downtown Julie Brown from MTV, and it's party time. First up is George Michael.
good grades. I hope that if elected, I will bring in new ideas to the SCA so the 1990s SCA will be a most successful one. I hope that each one of you will think about who will seriously do the best job, and hopefully I will be the one you vote for. Thank you.
And just remember, you heard it here on the International Streets of Rustburg. And now I'm your roving reporter, Dr. Constantino, signing off.
Our final candidate running for the office of Vice President is Laura Garner. Our campaign manager is Brandon Robertson.
How y'all doing? I got 5 or 6 things to say. Vote Laura Garner for Vice President. Thank you.
I'm not going to stand up here and make a long, boring speech and say all things that I'm going to do. I just want to say that I think that I am capable of doing the job of Vice President, and I would like for you to vote for me. Thank you.
Good evening, Rustburg High School. This is Randy Dawes coming to you live from the auditorium of Rustburg High School, where we got the SCA elections going on. This is my good friend Laura Garner. She's running for Vice President. We've got secretary, we've got treasurer, we've got historian. They're all here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'd like to ask you people here in the audience, who are you voting for? Garner, man. And you? Garner. You? Garner. And you? Garner. All right. All right, now I want to ask you out there.
Running for the office of president is Tim Anderson. His campaign manager is Jesse Gardner.
Hard and after this word, EC Glass, Nelson, and Heritage is on fire.
It's just when the issues approach me, I do the best I can to use and I'm not going to make a bad decision when it comes, and I can't make a decision. I get the opinions of the students instead of making a bad decision. So just remember, when you go to the polls, vote Tim Anderson.
Our next candidate, running for the office of president, is Lisa Austin. Her campaign manager is Stacy Bailey.
Okay, I'm here to talk about my friend Lisa Austin. Lisa this past year was our vice president, and she really helped me a lot out. I was the program chairman, and homecoming is a hard thing to organize, and Lisa was a big help to me. I have a list here of why I'm going to vote for Lisa Austin and why you should. She is loyal, friendly, lovable, deserving, hardworking, capable, caring, willing, ready, able, honest, trustworthy, smart, outgoing, athletic, energetic, intelligent, experienced, likable, dependable, punctual. She's Donald's her brother. I'm her friend. Sweet, always smiling. Lisa for president. Okay. We have a skit, and I guess you'd call them the Scrabble Girls. So here they are. Scrabble Girls. I've worked with her all this year and throughout my high school career. So without further ado, here's Lisa herself.
Hello, and I'm Lisa, and I am running for president of the SCA. This year has been a really great year for the SCA, and I would like to do the same for next year's SCA. So I would really appreciate your votes Thursday and Friday. Thank you.
Our final candidate, running for the office of president, is Brad Clark. His campaign managers are Zane Stokes and Randy Doss.
How y'all doing out there? I don't hear anything. Speak up. How y'all doing out there? That's about it. Never give a heckler the last word. How many people out there know who I am? All right, pretty good. How many people know who Randy is? How many people know who Brad is? That's what I thought. See, a campaign manager has two jobs. One is to promote his candidate, and the second is to kind of work the crowd up and get them ready for the candidate's speech. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Randy now.
All right. Brad told us to come out here and kind of loosen up the crowd a little bit. So, it's like, what's the matter? Y'all are dead, man. Listen up. But anyway, Brad, okay. Anyway, Brad said to, tell you a little bit about it. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what I know about Brad. He's pretty smart. He's fairly athletic. And he's a fine, upstanding member of our school. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Give a guy a break. But anyway, he said to kind of get y'all into the thing, so Zane and me and Brad came up with a little game. So if y'all will play, it's kind of like Simon Says, it's easy to do. Zane will like tell you how to play.
Name of the game is called Brad Says, and you do whatever Brad says.
Right.
So Brad says, stand up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Brad said so, it's okay. Stand up. All right, okay. That's good. Hey, LA, stand up in the back. Thank you. All right. Now, Brad says, sit down. Brad said so, so everybody sit down. All right. Okay. Now, Brad says, stand up again. Come on now, stand up. Get up, get up. Brad said so, it's okay. Y'all stand up back there. Brad said it's all right. Okay. Now, Brad says, raise your right hand. You might raise your hand. All right. All right, that's pretty good. Y'all catching on now. Now, vote for Lisa. Brad didn't say so. Brad says, vote for Brad. So at this time, I'd like to take and turn the mic over to my candidate for president. Brad didn't say sit down. You're all losers. Brad didn't say sit down. So I'd like to turn the mic over to Brad Clark this time.
Brad, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing? My name's Brad Clark, and I'm running for president. Last night, my campaign managers and I, we were trying to figure out what I was supposed to do up here today. And it seemed pretty natural for us to start off just by listing a couple of my accomplishments. So I made a list. But I figured I might bore you all to death. And then I decided I might come up with something really awesome that would just blow away every skit you've ever seen. And I decided I could just stand up here and make a total fool out of myself. Well, here I am. I transferred to this school 2 years ago from Jefferson Forest. And, shut up. Anyway, it took me a while for me to get the hang of wearing socks. And, it seemed like forever before I could finally pop my can of Copenhagen. And, but now I kind of got the hang of everything. And I met a bunch of people and I've had a lot of fun. I kind of like to put more of what I've learned back into the school, and it'd be a whole lot easier if I was elected SCA president. So when you go back into that voting booth and the curtains close, why don't you all vote Brad for SCA president? Hey, I know you guys are just waiting to get back to class. Before I send you guys back to class, I'm going to go over the procedures for tomorrow for voting. We're going to be voting through English classes like we do every year, but there is going to be one slight change. This year, instead of voting in room B106, we're going to be voting in the old home economics room. Okay? So just in your English classes, seniors are going to be voting tomorrow and probably some of the other underclassmen, but we're going to do most of the underclassmen Friday because we want to make sure seniors get to vote tomorrow before seniors get there. Okay, so now you can go back to class.